everyone. This is the first time ever that I got my three boys together with me to really talk and discuss a little bit about how and from their perspective how everything happened, because everybody always hears the story from my perspective. I give advices from my perspective and how I made it in network marketing. It's been 10 years, over 10 years now. If there is somebody that believe in this profession, is them. They've seen the ups and downs. They started with me. So let me just introduce you a little bit. So this is my number one, Giulio.
Hi guys, my name is Giulio.
He was born in
I was born in the U.S., Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
How old are you, Giulio?
I'm 22 right now, born in 2000. What is this interrogation?
Yeah. Then
So
start.
stupid.
Then start. Don't start to be sarcastic. Okay, this is my number two. Let's start. Let's go in order. My number two, my middle son, my sandwich child, the one that gave me more problems.
That's me.
Yeah. And what's your name?
My name's Jason.
And like, come on, present yourself. Anyway, he was born in England.
I was born in Oxford.
Oxford.
Born and raised in it. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Cheerio.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Yeah. So he's 19 years old. At the moment, he studied in Pepperdine University, California. So it's a miracle to be able to do this now. This is because of the Christmas holiday that he's back here.
Yeah, Jay,
And
when
then
are
we
you
have-
leaving?
3 days.
He's leaving,
Thank
he's leaving
God.
3 days, so we have to do it now. Yeah. And then we have my baby. He's always gonna be the baby. This is
So
Luca.
So cute.
Luca.
handsome.
He was born in Portugal. How old are you, Luca?
15.
15 years old. As you can tell, they're so excited to be on the camera. They're obviously doing it as a favor. But anyway,
Rock and roll.
so because so many of you, especially moms, single moms, but mothers in general, we have a problem of feeling guilty. We have a problem of not making our kids our why, but making them our excuses many, many times. And I think it's very important that you can hear from them. I promise you, they don't know the questions I have. We haven't prepared. They're gonna be totally transparent anyway. We can't fake it, and real. The bad and the good and bad.
I mean,
but,
everything's transparent except for my drink, Mom. I've got nothing
Yeah,
inside my
yeah,
Wait a second. No, somebody drank it. There was coffee in here.
Yeah, that's on me.
Yeah, I can be done. But
Nah,
You're
I'm
the
saying-
sandwich child, aren't you?
Bro, why you always stealing my
Can we
shit?
go and talk? Okay, it's very hard to make it talk. So when
Are
I
we allowed
started
to
network
curse?
marketing, when I started network marketing, it was nearly 10 and a half years ago. Julia was 12. Luca was only 4 and Jason was 8.
Yeah, around that.
And we were going through a very tough time. Not only we lost our homes and our comfort zone, but we really had no money. But I want to hear, like, my first question is, you guys, okay, did you believe in mom and in the profession when I started?
No.
I think we can all solidly agree that we did not think you were gonna make it. I mean, honestly, I think we're also too small to know
Yeah,
what was
but
even
I think the
happening.
people
Yeah, we
around-
didn't understand at all what was going on, honestly,
Like,
at that age.
we-
Me
Yeah.
a little bit, because I was the oldest one.
But for example, you
I mean,
could
but
hear
Luca was there, like,
Nonno and Dad, like they were all making fun of me. Let's be
yeah.
honest.
No, they didn't believe in you.
You
I
don't.
think.
Sorry, Luca. You were 4. You don't get it.
No,
yeah.
all I just remember is being cramped inside a little bed in an apartment with
Really?
my grandparents. So
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was-
think
Luca's
we were
like
made of
traumas right now.
luxury.
Okay,
you
it
know what
wasn't
I'm
that
saying?
bad.
Yeah,
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
Come on,
because
it's fine.
Giulio, obviously, we had a very good lifestyle, and Giulio obviously has good memories of the big villas, Jason too. But
Yep.
Luca, ever since he remembered, he was born into kind of
Okay,
going
let's
through a
just
tough
go back to a question. So
Yeah.
let me just mention one thing. So the first thing that I would say what was very obvious is that you never worked before.
Yeah.
That was like a big thing. So I mean, many people didn't believe in you because you never had like any work experience, nothing. But I guess thank God network marketing was there because you use your talking too much with all your girls and friends all the time. Like.
Do I
remember
talk
how we
too
had?
much?
Bruh.
I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, you do.
But I think you managed to take, like all these times, like you were the one always organizing my birthday parties. You were always the one that was, like
The
you had
church.
the Bible
I was
study.
very involved. Bible
Yeah.
study. I was
Yeah.
very involved with
So
the church.
I think socially you were like very ahead, and I think
Oh,
you're
yeah.
very good at that, and people love you. So I think you managed to monetize it through network marketing because people believed in you. At the end of the day, you made others.
I
believe
mean,
in
I
you.
just have a memory now, actually, Giulio. At a certain point, we were sitting in the car with Dad, and I was asking Dad some help to help me out with the business. I think we were still married then. I mean, like going through a divorce, but obviously didn't know. And you actually said, Dad, why don't you help Mom? Do you remember that? Like you kind of.
Yeah, no,
there
because
was a point that you wanted people to help me.
again, like to go back, like growing up, I always saw my dad working. So in my head, I was like, I mean, if Mom's gonna do this, like, why wouldn't Dad do it? I mean, he has so much work experience.
Yeah.
That was going through in my head, like in a small 12-year-old head. There wasn't much there on, like on honestly. So
Jason, you spoke on stage in front of 8,000 people in Milan when I became a double diamond in my company, and you were amazing. Actually, you can Google him on YouTube
Please
on
don't.
my channel. Yeah,
Please do
he
not.
hates himself in the
I
video.
hate that video. I mean, like, I am proud of what I did, and like, people come up to me to say, like, talk about it and stuff like that. But I have to say, like, rewatching that is a pain.
I hate rewatching myself. I hate my voice. I hate the way I look. I will hate to watch this video. That's why I
Same.
didn't watch them. But you were so cute. I mean,
My
the three
turn
of
to
you.
edit them.
I was pregnant at the time. Unfortunately, I lost Emily, but it was awesome. Such an epic moment because I'm from Milan. But anyway, you already said there's something. You said I thought we were gonna lose our. No, you said something. We were gonna be in the middle of the street. We were gonna be homeless.
100%. 100%. And I stand by that. 14-year-old me said that, and I still believe that to this day. Like, I mean, at one point, I don't know, like, things just seemed, I mean, let's all be honest, it was pretty bad at one point. Like, I'm not saying we were like on the streets, right? But it really seemed like when we started eating the same meals over and over again, especially
the
just
cereal.
I was literally about to say the cereal
Okay,
over
but-
and
I'm
over.
just saying, I'm not like
Choc-a-beak.
Choc-a-beak.
Choc-a-beak. Okay. This is important.
Yeah.
Because so many moms feel guilty, and they feel like, oh, if I don't cook it a perfect meal
Nah.
every night. I mean, they have 2 arms, 2 legs. They grew up strong and healthy.
Yeah.
Did you actually hate when I gave you cereals at night for dinner?
I mean, it's not the healthiest option, but it's at least something too.
But come on, you were actually happy.
No, look,
I
we
made
were
you
happy. I gained a lot
sandwiches.
of weight though through it. So
Yeah.
like,
No,
like
I'm
just
not
be
saying it's the
careful.
best.
Be careful. Like,
Just
Trust the right amount.
Not every
me.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
gained weight, but they didn't because
So
you
that
were
is
also
true.
eating.
So it depends. I mean, look, I used to eat that and then a sandwich after that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, so at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
right.
But,
at the end of the
but
day,
this is an important point, though. It's true. We didn't have money to really. Many times at the supermarket, I had to give up on buying meat. We were really struggling. We had a couple of people that helped us. But what I'm saying is, yes, there was a tough 2 years, maybe a year and a half,
Yeah.
where we actually slept in one bed.
Yeah.
Correct. But at the end of the day, those 2 years, I mean, you still grew up. You still, did it. You still made
100%.
it. So let me ask you just one more thing. So how, from your perspective, at those time when you saw me work, what did you learn from it? Sorry, Luca, I'm going to come to you, but obviously you were too young. In fact, let me tell you a quick story. I don't even know if they remember, but in order to get the kids entertained while I was having my webinars, there was no Zoom at the time, I got them I put a bathtub full of water, just that much so that Luca wouldn't die because he was only 4 and drowned. And I told the kids, please, just play with Luca.
Not die. What do you
Because
mean?
I had to put you in the bedroom and entertain you.
Okay.
And then afterwards, yes, was everything wet, but at the time it was totally fine so that I could work in peace. But one night, you, who did a great job at helping me, but probably I think you were busy watching a movie with your brother. They forgot about their brothers in the bathtub. Like I said,
Nice
no
one.
dangerous because even if he fell down, he wouldn't drown. But still, while I'm doing a webinar, I'm talking, you come in the back completely naked, and I'm like seeing you coming in the camera and asking me, Mommy, I have to caca.
Wait, who did that? Oh my goodness.
Completely naked.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
remember that.
Stop ruining mom's Zooms.
Yeah,
but I
and
don't think
I-
that really changed
completely
No, but
much.
remember that.
No, let me tell you. And I actually thought, okay, I'm done. I had like 10 people. Nobody's going to show up next week. And in fact, they tripled the people because people love the authenticity. People love
Authenticity, yeah.
They spoke about it. But okay, except that time, give me some insight of like, okay, eating not too well, becoming responsible.
Yeah.
What do you remember about these times? What else?
I think what I remember a lot was first of all, because like you weren't there much, we kind of had to like be more independent. I remember walking alone from my football trainings to home. Do
under
you
the
remember?
rain. I was
Under the
doing,
rain as well.
One time I was doing a webinar and it was raining so
Yeah.
much. Oh my God, that was hard.
And I think especially for like boys, I think that it teaches us a good lesson. Like obviously, like to be thankful for what we have, and also like to be more tenacious. I think like it really builds up character. So it's not as bad as mom thinks, because like I see all the time, like, especially here in Dubai, because such a rich country, all the moms like, the kid falls down on the floor. It's like, oh my god, and they start making like a big scene, and
Call the
everyone's
ambulance.
And they start calling the ambulance for
Yeah.
like
It's
helicopter
a
coming,
scratch on his
or
knee. Yeah,
firemen
yeah.
coming. You're like,
Yeah.
where did they come from?
100%.
No, I definitely didn't have time for that. I
No.
mean,
No.
Luca was pretty much brought up on his own.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
he,
mean,
he was
and-
brought up with like monkeys, like he was like put in the
Wolves,
wild,
bro.
like, and the
put in
wolves
the
was
wild.
us, and the wolves was us.
Come
They
back when you
travel.
know how to.
They
change
travel.
it.
I'm by myself.
No, but let's be honest. Having you being 12 and Jason 8, you kind of helped
No.
each other. I used to
No,
call you.
we-
How do I used to call you?
Three
The Three
Musketeers.
Musketeers.
The
Yeah.
Three
We
Musketeers.
stand by that,
I
yeah.
always told
But-
them,
But
have your each
to
other's
go
back.
just back on the point, I just think like it teaches us a lot of independence, and like it's not like you were never there. Like obviously, like you always were there to support us. I think like
Was more quality than quantity.
exactly.
And I also think, honestly, I felt much more appreciated because when I was just being a mom, they took me for granted. And then when they missed me, I felt like you were more, I don't know.
Yeah, like I remember I would draw you like drawings when you'd come back. I don't know if you remember that. That just came back. I used
How
to
did
I'd
you
be so
forget that?
excited when you'd come back that I'd do like a welcome back drawing.
Oh, my hard work
Jason used
for
to
that.
welcome back, and then when we, it was a very special moment to be able to eat together at night because many times I couldn't. I was having meetings because at the time it was a lot offline, so I had to go to the meetings. And I remember that one time I told you guys, I ordered pizza, prepared the table, and then I think Jason made our names and then like a little
like
drawing.
little
Oh my god, I
cards,
still
yeah.
have those, by
No,
the way.
that's so cute.
I found
No,
them.
of course, because I completely agree. I think what a lot of moms are afraid of is like, oh no, like I won't raise them right, or some like if I'm not there all the time, they just won't be like shape up as kids as like into men. When it's not true, like especially if you have siblings. I mean, I have to say having siblings made it a lot easier. So I can't speak for like single children. So having brothers and you always reinforcing the fact, guys, stick together, be the Three Musketeers, helped a lot, and we were always there for each other no matter what.
Yeah.
He'd have any issues, I'd be like, talk to me. Like he'd help me with homework. Like we were like
Oh,
again,
yeah, do you
trio.
remember?
I
I
have to
was-
be honest.
You'd
the
always
whole-
help me.
helping you with
were
homework,
Yeah.
look, I have to be honest, like their grades were always incredible. Jason had a moment of laziness, but their grades
So
like,
why such exposure?
Bro,
Bro,
I got full
you
A's
were
this
the
semester,
chub-
bro.
he was
Full
chubby
A's.
and
It's not
he
that
was
hard in the
lazy
US, bro, I
physically.
ain't gonna lie.
He was lazy physically and lazy in the school, but then now he's super fit and he's very good in school. But you always had amazing grades. Luca, amazing grades.
See, just to give like more of a perspective, so Luca was the one that had to like grow up the most alone, and I think out of all three, I think Luca like became more mature and more responsible
Yeah.
the earliest. So it really reflects. So you have like three, let's say, experiments.
Yeah.
and
That's true, it's
and
true.
yeah,
It's
and
also his personality, though. And don't forget
Exactly,
that Daniel
and-
then came in the picture
yeah.
and kind of gave me the,
Yeah,
gave him the-
and then-
heavily
Yeah.
influences
yeah,
personality.
but Daniel
100%.
wasn't there at the beginning at all, and we
then
have to say
Luca,
that.
who was the one who
Princess.
grew up the youngest, you know, without as much support, I would say, as I did with my mom and my
Yeah.
dad.
Because
He's the
before I
one
w-
that's most responsible now.
Yeah,
so.
before I was a full-time mom,
Yeah.
but I agree with you. Now, another thing that we did was to sleep at night together in one bed because we didn't have any other bedrooms. But you actually mentioned to me, which made me cry, I remember, you said, because I was so terrible at technology, terrible. In fact, my first iPad, I bought it because Jason was so cute and so good at the advertising. He was like modeling. So with his
Yeah, Mom.
advertising...
Give me back the money. you
Dude,
never
I
get
remember
back
that.
the money.
Yeah, with this advertising money, I bought my first iPad to do presentations,
remember
but I also got my smartphone. But I didn't know that when you had WhatsApp, you could silent the tick, 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 tick in WhatsApp.
Like the keypad noises.
And because I was working with Brazil and United States until 2-3 a.m., you actually said to me that you felt...
No, so what I said is the noise that when someone's texting on the phone, like, you know, like tapping on the keyboard was something that really put us to sleep, you know. Maybe at the beginning it was pretty annoying, but as time went by and we got used to her working next to us in bed, texting, so that tick, 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 tick became almost like a lullaby.
It's very comforting, yeah.
Yeah, it was comforting.
And I'm telling you something, the bed was big, but they were, boys sweat at night and they put their feet everywhere. It was not the most comfortable time, but looking back, I actually got very emotional about it because I'm glad that we had that time because I had them all for me all the time, and because it got really cold. Portugal seems hot in the summer, but in winter it gets cold, and we couldn't afford the heating. We would like heat up all together in bed, and I would
kinda
work
like
from
penguins.
bed.
Yeah.
And I would
Like
work
sardines.
from
More,
bed.
more
No,
like
like-
sardines, yeah. Layer
I don't know
Yeah.
about sardines.
Especially him, bro. He would like he would be diagonal.
Yeah, no, like honestly, sleeping with Luca is the worst experience.
Okay.
Okay, now look moves
Negative
on.
risk moment, I'll say.
Yeah. Okay, now another question that I get asked a lot is, what was one or two of the things that you learned the most by seeing your parents working in network marketing? I mean, you're not normal
let's let
children.
Luca talk a little
Yeah, I
bit.
agree.
So Luca, since you're the youngest one, what's the thing that you learned the most of mom and dad?
Now it's 10 years for us. So.
Well, I guess that, I'm quite a hypocrite in this section of my life, but hard work does pay off. I'm a person that quite easily does give up, but seeing mom and Dana working every night, every day, messaging and stuff, and working to build their business, and seeing how they are now just shows yeah, hard work pays off.
Yeah.
So
we
hard
definitely-
work was a good example. Jason, would you say something that you learned from mom and Daniel, as setting an example?
So I mean, yeah, Luke's is pretty generic, but it's true. Hard work definitely pays off. But I definitely agree with consistency. Like they're an awesome example of just not giving up. Like we've really seen them go through many trials and tribulations that you guys have experienced. Like many ups and severe downs. Where even sometimes my young brain, maybe at like when I was 12, 13, 14, like we've always had certain moments where it's like, okay, now what? You know what I'm saying? Like even like career-changing moments.
Yeah, it's because like our company was bought by another company. Then we had many different issues. People leaving. We were attacked badly on social media a few times because obviously success brings jealousy. I have to say, all of you has helped me on my social media to get my account bigger because people love to see the story of you guys growing up. But also, I think Luke is one of my biggest fans. All his classes follow me. Everybody,
All my classmates.
everybody, because he talks about it.
Yeah, but same thing with mine. I'm gonna be honest.
No, same.
With you.
No, mom.
I don't think it's only
all of us.
Lucas.
Yeah.
It's all
all of us,
Like
but-
literally, mom. There's been times where I used to get in the group chat messages, someone like do a screenshot of one of your stories saying like, "Oh my God, is your mom in like I don't know like Singapore?"
Yeah.
And I'm there like,
Oh,
"How do you know?" And I don't.
Dude, like
I
I
swear
find
that
out where
happened
she
to
is
me.
most of the time through social media.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mom, like, and I try to invite friends to my house sometimes, but they don't allow them because they know that you're in a different country. Because they watch your stories, and it's so annoying.
I know one time I took him wakeboarding with me, and then the teachers that follow me found out that he wasn't actually sick, that you were.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
You were-
yeah.
Watch
I
their
remember that.
stories. Bro.
That's
Like,
crazy.
It's like it's actually
Yo, I
incriminating.
had no idea.
It's
This is new to me.
incriminating. No.
It's true.
And then
But-
the third thing that I would say that you set an example. So
Yeah.
Lucas said what was
Hard
it again?
work,
The hard work,
consistency.
And for me, so I have to say, growing up, like in my late teens with all this wealth, it was hard to find ambition as a like rich kid. I think a lot of these rich kids here in Dubai have a
But
hard
so
time.
in the beginning, no wealth.
No,
wait.
But
at the
then-
beginning, but I'm talking about my late teen years. So we're talking
Yes.
about
Oh.
17, 18,
It's
19,
true.
when you start going out into the world. What I realized, it was very easy to sit back and get comfortable, like in the chair, ride the wave with mom and Daniel.
Lord, let's be honest. It's true that you had maids and drivers and nice cars and big house. But on the other hand, I'm not somebody that comes home all the time with a gift.
That's
I'm
true.
not
No,
somebody
I-
that just gives you
I
unlimited amount of
understand,
money.
but
Like-
like I just think that a lot of rich kids have this hard like time to find ambition. But one thing that you and Daniel taught me so well is to keep your standards high and to have a very big vision and
Vision.
and to have that ambition, that hunger,
And I mean,
even with the wealth.
Daniel is somebody that will look how much money you guys are
Literally.
gonna spend and
100%.
will tell you don't overdo it.
Yeah,
I mean, you worked as a waiter for how many months? Like,
9 months.
and in the summer in Dubai, okay, without a car.
Tough.
So that was tough, but I think it's
Yeah,
important.
that in that like how do you call it, that Dubai public transportation was not so easy. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
man.
yes,
No,
yes, it's true. Now, another question that a lot of the people, when they write me, they ask me is, how is it to be Stefania Lo Gatto's sons?
I find I've heard that question before. I find that question hilarious.
So many people ask
Yeah.
me
Let
to
me say
ask
that,
you.
because what I guess people don't realize is like you're just our mom. Like that name doesn't mean anything to me. Like to me, you'll always be my, and that sounds
They
condescending.
know the
but
the
like,
bad sides
yeah,
too.
like-
And
like-
look, and I'm not here to try to be a perfect mom at all. Like
No, but
Okay.
you always be mama. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
like that you're just my mom.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
like they're acting like what's the best friend to be of, I don't know, like Elon Musk. And they're like, no, it's not the same,
She's not
you know.
mom.
Yeah, it's not mom. Like for us, you're like our mom. You're an example, like,
Yeah.
and you've loved us, so we don't really see that only stage, and we know how hard you thought. So it feels like when people ask like, oh, how's it being son of Stefania Lo Gatto, it feels like you already had that before. So for us, it's like it doesn't make a lot of sense, like to some extent.
okay, but now let's be really honest. One thing that is unstandable about me.
Bro, she
Ooh.
talks too
Alright,
much.
let's start with
Where's the
Luca
list?
again.
Okay, I
Let me
talk
get
too
my
much,
phone out.
but I get
Bro,
paid
she
for
talks
it.
so
Let me
much.
get
We're
my
about to
list.
form
Let me
the
get my
list.
list out here.
Bro,
Okay, I
seriously.
definitely look, but it's also important that especially the moms will hear that I was not a perfect mom. One thing I can tell you, I'm Italian. I scream, I lose control. I was going through some hormones cures to try to get pregnant, and at those times they were treating me like a psychopath because I was having like mood swings. So they were very
Yeah,
nice
you weren't
to
far
me.
from it at the time.
But what else? Okay, so I talk
But,
too much. I lose control. I
You
shout.
like arguing.
I
Yeah.
love arguing. Yes.
Yeah.
So
No,
so
she
I
enjoys
think
it.
like I think because you, like one of the reasons why you became so successful is that you managed to acquire these like crazy characteristics, like to become a successful entrepreneur woman. So you're very good with confrontations. You're very like loud, emotional, and very like energetic. Like that's why many people
Yeah.
call you a hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I definitely have a lot of energy.
so the
That's
thing
true.
is like one thing is like it works at the job, but when you come back home, like we're not like your competition, bro. I'm not your client.
Yeah,
So
we just wish
why
you
you
turn that off.
turn down off the
I'm
amplification?
on until 2 a.m.
She is
No,
what she shows.
like,
That's what she's
no,
saying.
Oh,
She
yeah.
really-
Yeah,
The
what
no,
you see is what you get.
Yeah.
True story, mom. Do you remember when like you did like a Zoom call until 3 a.m. and in my head, like I was still living here. In my head, I'm like, oh, that's good. So she's gonna wake up at like 12, and I can sleep until 12 with her. I remember like till 3 a.m. she's still screaming, and then like at 8:30 she barges in the door like, Julia, we need to get ready tonight. And I'm like, bro, it's 8:30. How many hours did you sleep?
I don't know what she runs on. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know
Swear.
where she recovers.
I swear, bro. What
Well, I just have a lot of energy, but don't forget the money follow energy, okay? So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, okay, just last, and then we're gonna close it, and we can do many others with more questions that we're gonna get in. But the other thing is, if you could now do network marketing, obviously you guys could, but what do you think? Why should people do network marketing?
Ooh.
So I think so for me, first of all, I think that network marketing is a perfect job for like even the average person. So I feel like there's a lot of businesses out there that you need to invest a lot of time, study a lot, and do a lot of research and market research, all of this. And I feel like, because of you, Mom, you've shown us that like honestly anyone can do it.
Yeah.
So you don't really need like a degree, you don't need this, you don't need that. Like you're literally creating your own system and creating your own contacts. And I think another thing is that like you grew a lot with network marketing, like I feel like network marketing gave back to you a lot. So I think like that's one of the like biggest reasons why I would start network marketing. I don't know about you, Jay. What do you think?
Personally, for me, I mean, I kind of have a similar personality to Mom, and like I feel like I could never ever picture myself being like in an office setting and like just every day having the same
And have a
mundane
boss.
life.
You could never have a
I
boss.
could
Jason
never- I
is a
could
sandwich
never.
child.
So-
Trust me.
So for me, the biggest thing, which you talk about a lot, is just that freedom. Like literally being able to decide, okay, no, today I'm gonna do all my Zooms from home, or tomorrow I'm gonna fly to Italy.
And I
I'm
think
gonna,
also, like, let's be honest, having also Daniel always looking for the next level, always, going, like right now we are really literally looking at planes. I mean, he posted it so we can talk about it. Like, I think it's making you think so big
Yeah.
that working for somebody else's dreams cannot be under, like, I feel like you all have an entrepreneur mindset
Yeah.
without even,
Definitely.
and
Yeah, to
this
an
was,
extent,
and
yeah.
I think this was fed in you guys since because you saw it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you, Luca, what do you think? Or like, why would you do network marketing? What kind of example did Mom set?
Bro, I would do it because I think it also gets you outside of your comfort zone, and lets you build up your social skills, your public speaking, stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
People.
Luca, actually, for many of you don't know, I think out of the three, I think Luca is like the most introvert, maybe more similar to Damien. And so I think that, just being around Mom and being around a network marketing family,
It's so
he's come like a lot out of that shell. So
Oh,
if
yeah.
Luca, honestly, if Luca has motivation, I'll give him a mic, he will
Yeah,
rock
yeah.
it. He knows it.
Ah,
He might be a little bit
after
shy
you
right
Actually,
now.
I
Do it,
actually
bro.
think
Yeah, I
so
know.
many people want you guys to do a podcast. So many people want you guys to do something. But look, it's always like that. If you have a lawyer studio, of course, you want your kids to be lawyers, but it has to come the right time. I don't push them to start. I want them to start when they're ready. And one is starting, the other one is trying different things. And I want him to be his own person, because one thing that you hated when you went on a boot camp was that people were filming you, making pictures of you because you were my son.
Yeah.
But you were like, Mom, I haven't achieved anything.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be in your shadow, or then I want to find my own
Yeah,
niche.
uh,
So I think when the right time will come, maybe you will do network marketing, but it has to be when you
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah.
I
100%.
think network is obviously also a really good like side hustle for the people who obviously even like their job. I mean, like, how many people do you know that are like
Oh, yeah.
doctors
They're
and
doing
like
both.
they're doing both, and it doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you need to be like network marketing making like millions of dollars a month. It can even just be for fun. I mean, like, there's people who do it for fun and earn money out of
absolutely.
it, which is crazy.
Absolutely.
So it's not about that. It's a lot how like network marketing is literally just like another way, another system of earning an income, and you can do it passionately and use your skills there. So
Yeah. Love it, guys. Let's wrap it up because I have to go into a Zoom. So I'm always working. Thank you so much. It wasn't easy to get them all together.
It wasn't easy setting up the studio.
Yeah, this is our home studio, by the way, and that Julia's setting it up. So just say something to close up, and let's go.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching us. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Mom, so much for being here. You've always been such an inspiration and a really good example for us and for my brothers.
We had our ups and downs, trust me. We had big fights and fallout.
But
yeah,
we're just also thankful that you wanted to do this, and also thankful that like you want to give something back to people. And I think that this can help a lot of moms.
Too many moms are asking me, single moms, because then you came in the picture later. So this is good for mothers with a family, because obviously Daniel has helped us later on.
So obviously, like, if you guys really liked it and you guys want more, I think you guys can send questions to my mom directly. Send questions like on the comments down below. Anything that you guys want, we will do, and we can continue this. If you have fun, we can do it weekly, maybe once every 2
well,
weeks.
Jason is not here.
Jason's not here.
This was fun. I hope to see you guys soon. I will be going back to uni, so maybe, I don't know if this does happen
what a
again,
privilege, guys, going to that university. And that's all thanks to network marketing.
Again, yeah, exactly. Without network marketing, my whole life right now wouldn't be happening. So always grateful for that, Mom. Love you loads.
So thankful, guys.
And
so
Luki,
we will.
let's give Luca.
Okay, yeah.
What do you want me to say?
He's always here. He's
thanks for watching, guys.
Right,
let's hope he comes back soon.
Yeah.
And I hope to do more of these because it's actually pretty fun.
Cool.
Awesome.
Love you guys. Thanks for your time.
Thank you guys. See you next time. Bye.